Everybody talks about manifesting, and I think when you start your spiritual journey, it's exciting, right? There's like this childlike wonder of remembering that you can create your dream reality. And you start to delve into your thoughts and changing your thoughts because you understand that your thoughts create your reality, and delving into your subconscious and your childhood. And maybe you go to therapy, or maybe you hire a coach. Maybe you start to read books, Mountain is You and Atomic Habits, or The Universe Has Your Back, or The Power of Now, and you start to go on this spiritual healing journey. But what nobody prepares you for is the shadow side, right? The real shit. Because you're not totally who you were, and you're not fully who you're becoming yet. You're in the in-between. And that in-between space is really what we call the void. The void almost feels like you're suspended in air, right? Like the tarot card of the Hanged Man. You're suspended in time. Maybe you have ideas of what your next move is, but you're not fully sure what your next move is, whether that's in career or love and relationships or your health, money, whatever the case may be. The one thing that you know for sure is that there's been a very quiet nudge, a very silent whisper. And maybe that whisper, that nudge has been there for years. Maybe it's been there for months. Maybe it just started. This isn't what you're meant to do, that you're meant for more, that this isn't the right relationship. Whatever that whisper is, or that it's deeper than macros and training, right? There's this intuition. And 9 times out of 10, we tend to suppress that. It gets suppressed because of self-doubt, not wanting to make the wrong decision, wanting to make sure that it's right and it's not coming from a place of fear or doubt. You want to make sure that you're making the right decisions. You don't want to fuck up. The reality is you can't fuck it up, because what's meant for you will always be meant for you. And honestly, in my experience, if you don't make the decision, the universe will make it for you. That's just how it is. And so when you're in this place of not totally being who you've been, but you're not fully who you're becoming, or maybe you're stepping into it in some ways where you're not sure where you're going, whatever the case may be, it can be easy to run back to what's comfortable, to what's safe, to what's familiar, and convince yourself in some way, shape, or form that it was just a phase, or you were just feeling that way for a short period of time, or that it's all good, or you're just or whatever stories you tell yourself to feel better, so you don't have to change, so you don't have to take that risk, so you don't have to step into that next level. And all that does is delay the inevitable, right? And I believe we all have a time when we're ready, right? Where we're not fully ready, but what tends to keep us running back is knowing that although we have this big vision and this knowing that this is the right move, there's still this inkling deep down that knowing that there's something that can't come with us, and not being ready for that, right? Whether that is a person or relationship. Maybe you know that you have to move to a different state or a different country. It keeps nudging at you. It's eating at you. The universe is sending you signs. God's sending you signs. And you know that you want to do it. But then the but enters in, right? But my job. But my family. But my boyfriend. And it's those buts that keep us operating from shoulds. And what I should do, or what you think you should do, is what keeps you operating in the same reality and blocks your blessings, blocks your manifestations. Everybody talks about 2025 being the year of the snake, shedding and all this stuff. And I'm like, bitch, my whole life has been shedding. And I thought that we were born once and we died once. But I am being born and I'm rebirthing and dying all the time. And if you are someone who's on that spiritual journey, you are too. I'm going to close my door because my cat opened it with my pillow. Yeah. Cool. So Lexi, how do we navigate this in between? And how do I know that I'm making the right decision? Whether that is a leap with my career, or it is that relationship, or whatever it is. As I say, you always know, right? But how do you navigate that in between? And for me, this is all about surrender. This is where we tap deeper into our connection with the universe, with God, with our spirit guides. And we say, I don't know what those next steps are. I don't know, but I give it to you. I surrender it. And that same childlike wonder that you had with starting your spiritual journey or whatever, you now tap into that. You transmute that energy that's in your lower level energy centers. The root chakra, the root energy center, it's the base of the spine. It has to do with safety. It has to do with security. It has to do with feeling safe. In imbalance, it feels like scarcity, lack, anxiety, fear, not feeling safe, right? Not feeling stable, not feeling secure. The sacral chakra, the womb. This is your womb energy center. This has to do with creative power, right? Woman, womb, men. We have a womb. This is where all creation is birthed. Literally, life is birthed from here. Now, if you are a male listening to this, you don't necessarily have a womb, right? But you get the idea. This is our sexual power. Sexual power is creative power. On the imbalance, it can be hypersexuality. I have a point with this, I promise. And then our solar plexus, which is like our intestines. If you have a lot of gut issues, the emotional root cause of gut issues tends to be you're not digesting like life. You're not digesting your desires, your goals. You logically understand your goals, but you're not emotionally digesting your goals, right? Maybe you're afraid of your own power or whatever it is. Anyway, it's confidence. It's your confidence center. It's your solar plexus. And the point that I'm getting to is when we are in fear or doubt, we're these lower level energy centers that we need these energy centers, but we tend to feel those energies here, right? In our stomach, our back, our womb feels numb. We just feel disconnected from the lower half of our body. And when we are feeling that, we want to bring that energy up into our heart. So when you're feeling fearful, you're not totally who you've been, you're not totally who you're becoming, we surrender. How do we surrender, Lexi, when it's so scary? We connect to our heart. We bring that energy up and we connect to our heart. And we express gratitude for all that we have become up until this point. All that we have been blessed with up until this point. If you're worried about money, what are you blessed with now that actually has financial value? I'm sitting on my bed right now. I could sell this bed for $150. I have this podcast mic. I could sell this. So everything has monetary value. And so I'm grateful. I'm expressing gratitude for what I do have and setting my focus on the lack, though, even if you're feeling a little tight or scarce or whatever. Because where your focus goes, your energy grows. This is how we transmute energy. Maybe it's your health and your fitness and your wellness. You really want a flat tummy and you're comparing yourself. What can you love your belly for? Maybe it's that it held children. Maybe it's that it protects your organs. Maybe it's that it communicates to you when you're hungry, keeps you alive, right? And when you can find gratitude for the things that you do have, even if you want to continue to improve, you will open up that channel of abundance that's already there ready for you. And it will make it easier to step into that. And the last thing is it's okay to not feel okay. It's okay to not always have clarity. It's okay to not always have certainty or control. And our human mind is always going to be searching for that. But sometimes it's okay to just feel anxiety without needing to fix it. Because you can do breath work, you can journal, you can talk to somebody, and it might still not go away. And that's okay. Let it be. And sometimes those emotions are just asking us to just be and not escape it, not numb it, not try to fix it, but just be present. Because you're not broken, you don't need to be fixed. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. This is what it comes with. And then lastly, get excited. Start a vision board. Make a Pinterest board. Look at the lives of people that are meant for you if that helps. But get excited. Play music, dance, play, live life, be in life. It costs nothing to go to a nearby nature trail or a park or a beach and just be and play and have fun and connect with your inner child. Because the reality is that life is short, right? And sometimes we're always so locked in on the next thing that we forget to be just where we are and this moment that we'll never get again. Because there's a version of you 10, 15, 20 years into the future that this moment right now, whether it's good or bad or whatever, it's a memory. And so just be where your feet are. So if you're in between identities or phases or in a transitionary period in life, you're not alone. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next podcast.